in the absence of Baba, the love people have for Uhuru, as you have seen it, he should just pick up the challenge and be the spiritual head of the opposition. If Odinga, Gladys Wanga, and the rest of these people who are broad-based in mind and in everything, in DNA, together with Ruto, if they really wanted the Luo to continue being broad-based, they should not have given this thing to Odinga, because he's a hawk. His position is known. Anybody opposing broad-based, and he hinted at it if you didn't listen carefully. There's something he hinted at. He sent a serious hint. Him is not, Oburu Odinga doesn't know how to sugarcoat. He's not a politician. He just says it as it is. You influence for Orengo to be the party leader. Already that maybe is too late, but you can influence quick elections, because they were already doing elections. So you just complete the process. You remember?
Yes.
They were having their celebrations. You do those, you complete the elections. You give this thing to Sifuna. But if it's in the interim, it was Orengo. He has a voice that people... So the point I'm trying to make is that once the party is in the hands of Sifuna, Orengo, and these other people, people can listen to them.
Great to see you on this yet another somber day as we continue to mourn the former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable His Excellency Raila Odinga. In this country, we just witnessed the funeral at Nyayo Stadium. I'm here with Prof. Manyora to talk about what is happening in the country and just reflecting on the speeches from the funeral service. Great to see you. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Kenya is getting in terms with the reality that Baba has left us, but as Uhuru put it, his spirit lives on.
Yeah.
And Uhuru said, akona sisi kwa roho zetu.
Kabisa.
Let me ask you about the funeral service first. Looking at it, the general assessment, you've seen several state services from Moi to Kibaki and now Raila Odinga. What do you think about this service as it has been placed?
It was done well. And you see, the mistake we made from the time of the arrival of the remains of Baba, and then the chaos at Parliament buildings, and then the tragic events at Kasarani. We should have given this thing to the military from the word go, because it was a state funeral. But some people perhaps wanted to show they can be in charge. You see, with the military in charge, everything is in order. Yeah, everything is in order. The service is going on well. Everything is going on, flowing with the precision that military is known for. That is what we should have done from day one. In fact, this, I don't want to call them crooks, but they can't be any better than this. These people tulijaza kwa ndege kutuma India. Tungetuma our military. And even the Indian military would have brought remains of Baba. But if we wanted to do it, tungetuma military watulete Baba. That would have been good. But these busybodies, incapable of thinking. You saw a CS running like a small boy trying to almost to command the police. You saw it in Kasarani. Look at that kind of... Why didn't they give this thing to the military from day one? Because it was already a state funeral. A state funeral is done by the military. Yeah.
Take a look at the speeches. What stood out for you? When you look at the people who spoke, of course, there are very few politicians. Most of them did not speak. But who stood out for you when it comes to eulogizing Baba?
Baba was a friend of mine. Since he died, I've shed tears a number of times. Winnie moved me to tears. Winnie moved me to tears. She's such a brilliant girl. A true successor to Baba.
You think she is the one to take over the mantle?
Oh, yes. A true successor to Baba. In fact, if I were President William Ruto, when I reorganize my government, because he has to reorganize his government because of these changing times, I'll give Winnie a full cabinet position. This one for Pio and I.
A powerful one.
Yes, that's for Winnie one day. energy. The father was in charge of energy in the Moi days. Winnie can run that ministry effectively. There can be no better way to bring the Raila family than giving Winnie Opio and I's portfolio. Yeah.
President Uhuru Kenyatta's speech is trending all over, saying cup of uji, remembering Baba speaking in Kiswahili, no scripts or speeches, just remembering Baba. What do you think about Uhuru's relationship with Raila? And how would you comment if someone asked about Uhuru's presence now as a country? Because people are now thinking we had Baba, now we have Uhuru.
Yeah.
What is your thinking about Uhuru Kenyatta's now role in taking over Baba's position as you speak about how you eulogize?
The only inhibition for Uhuru Kenyatta is that he has been a former president. And you want to preserve that. You don't want to get into the murky waters of politics to preserve the dignity of a former head of state. Secondly, the Kenyatta family is an institution. You also don't want to get into politics now. But if it hadn't been for these two, in the absence of Baba, the love people have for Uhuru, as you have seen it, he should just pick up the challenge and be the spiritual head of the opposition.
He said that tutakubali demokrasia irudi nyuma.
Yes.
A place where once he said that there was a bit of tension.
He's the only man who can step in Raila's shoes. Yes. Currently in the country, the only man who can step in Raila's shoes. Yes. Uhuru Kenyatta. He's loved by the people. You've seen it, eh? Yeah.
The president then went ahead and said that he owes Raila a big deal. And this is maybe where we're going to stick in this conversation. He says, I didn't expect him to come and help me with the broad-based government. And he, owes Raila. What do you think the president should do now that he has said these words, owing Raila? What do you think he should do to show the country that indeed Raila hasn't died in vain?
Well, he should continue with whatever they were doing with Raila. If there are projects, physical projects, he had embarked on, he should complete them. If he had Raila's people, he should not toss them into the seas. Of course, he will need to reorganize. I've already given you an example about Opio and I should give way to Winnie. Maybe Mbadi, somebody else should take, and so on and so forth. But again, there's so much a head of state, head of government can do for the family of a departed hero like Raila Odinga. They still need support. They still need recognition beyond what the Constitution provides for. First of all, to ensure the retirement benefit to the extent it applies legally is not interfered with. And beyond that, because we are Africans, whenever the family needs a hand, a helping hand, Ruto should be able to provide that hand. Uhuru talked about it. And, for Uhuru, it came out very naturally that we are there for you and we support you. And so the president has the power and the resources to actualize that. And of course, I'm sure he'll do it because he needs a Luo vote. He doesn't even need to love them. He doesn't need to love the Raila family. But it would be a good thing just as a way of saying thank you. Let's begin as soon as today, putting something on the table for the Raila family. I think for me, I stand for that.
When you speak about the Luo vote, maybe let's talk politics kidogo.
Yes.
How can the president get these votes without Raila? Is it just, as you have put it, helping the family? Or is there another way? Do you think, looking at politics now moving forward, the president can get Luo votes?
Politicians are politicians. The first thing is to play the Luos against Gachagua and these people. Was Gachagua in the funeral?
No.
The first thing is to play him, to play the Luo nation against Gachagua. Which is bad, but that's what politicians do all the time. They do bad things all the time. If you look for one good thing, you will have a problem finding it. You may find one, but you really have to search. So one of those bad things is to play the Luo against the Kikuyu nation. This he will do very effectively. The second thing is, like I've said, continue with whatever promises he had made to the people of Luo Nyanza. The third thing that Ruto would do to have the Luo vote is to be part and parcel of the Luo politics. Find a way of penetrating into Luo politics. And the worst mistake he can make is what ODM has done. Hope is not part of it. And if he's not part of it, he should penetrate ODM politics, Luo Nyanza politics, and play it in such a way he brings people to the leadership of the Luo nation and of ODM in particular, people who have a voice that people can listen to. You know, this is one thing many people miss. Even some place where I have a few challenges, I look at people and laugh. They don't know these things. And I was giving one TV or radio station, and I was saying, these days radio and TV, they merge, they are the same.
Yes.
I was saying, if you are a troublehouser in school, they usually made you prefect.
Yeah.
And then you went.
Yeah.
And I was saying, if Odinga, Gladys Wanga, and the rest of these people who are broad-based in mind and in everything, in DNA, together with Ruto, if they really wanted the Luo to continue being broad-based, they should not have given this thing to Odinga. Because he's a hawk. His position is known. Anybody opposing broad-based, and he hinted at it if you didn't listen carefully. There's something he hinted at. He sent a serious hint. Him is not, you know, Odinga doesn't know how to sugarcoat. He's not a politician. He just says it that it is. And he has made it very clear in the past that people like Sifuna can go to hell if they don't agree with the broad-based. It was Raila who was saving this arrangement. Otherwise, Kina Sifuna angekuwa ameenda. So, what am I trying to say? Ruto can penetrate ODM and give this thing to people like Sifuna and Orengo and the Babu. Once they are the ones with it, because those are the people who listen to them. No chance anywhere, I don't want to say in hell or in heaven, that people will listen to Oburu Odinga. They will not.
When you say Ruto penetrate,
yeah, Sinisiasa too. This is they are politicians.
Do you think Ruto will have a big say now that Baba is gone in ODM?
No, you don't have to have a big say. You have influence. So, you influence for Orengo to be the party leader. Already that maybe is too late, but you can influence quick elections because they were already doing elections. So you just complete the process. You remember?
Yes.
They were having their celebrations. You do those, you complete the elections. You give this thing to Sifuna. But if it's in the interim, it was Orengo. He has a voice that people... So the point I'm trying to make is that once the party is in the hands of Sifuna, Orengo, and these other people, people can listen to them. And they can convince the people that in memory of Raila, in honor of Raila, as a tribute to Raila Odinga, we will continue the journey with William Ruto. But
yes,
tutaenda na macho ikiwa open. You know, it's very easy. Na once watu wameweka miguu ndani kutoka ni in that kind of context. I'm just trying to leak this thing to Ruto, which I know people will not like. Some of these people who have been very much anti-broad-based can easily be roped into government directly, including being given positions of cabinet. And that's the end of the story. Yeah, that's how politics is played. But this one of directly putting ODM in the hands of people like Gladys Wanga and Oburu Odinga, nobody will listen to them on the ground.
You haven't mentioned Babu. Before Uhuru took the podium, people were just chanting Babu, Babu, Babu.
Yes, yes.
They wanted Babu to speak today.
Yes.
What will be the future of Babu, not just in ODM, but in national politics? Babu has been sidelined a lot in ODM before. But what do you think the future holds for him?
The future is bright for Babu. Oh, the future. And that's again, these politicians don't think. They should have known that, because intelligence is there, they should have known people will demand Babu. Bring him on. Say, Babu, people want you to greet them. You are Baba's son. Come. Then the stadium goes wild. But then, of course, you will have whispered to him, you know, we have dignitaries here, you know, acha mambo ya tialala nini. Just speak briefly, 2 minutes.
They just see him.
Yeah, just see you to cool the crowds. He thinks he's coming to cool, but you are working on him psychologically. Today I'm being philanthropic to Kena Ruto. Yeah, I'm leaking a lot of things. They should pay me for this. You see, that way, you are already weakening him. You are knocking him at the knees. He'll become weak. He can, and then he's given power with Kinasifuna. I'm telling you. Wataingia line wote. That's how they are making them now remain on the other side. Hardcore. And yet they are the people on the ground can listen to. And there is no doubt that they have the power and the capacity to turn people in favor of Ruto. Yeah. Once you weaken them,
slowly,
you weaken them. May I know power how it works. Hawa watu wanapiga kelele hawa. Chukua mmoja patia cabinet position kubwa. So wameingia ndio they are the ones running ODM. Sema bwana, hii mambo ilikuwa ya baba bwana. Tulifanya kazi na baba. Na nyinyi sasa ndio viongozi wa chama. Wewe lazima ukubali kuwa CS. I don't care what you do in 2027, but for now in honor of baba, wewe kalia hii kitu kubwa hii. These human beings, expose him to resources, to the trappings of power. My friend, they will have mellowed by next year. Yes. Wanaimba broad-based.
Why do you think Gachagua has been more or less not that vocal since Baba's passing?
Again, politicians, they don't want advisors. A typical politician wants to hear his voice. When you speak to a politician, me, I speak to all of them,
yes.
They call me here, we talk you here. They want you to say what they would be saying themselves. Not anything that is new. No. You echo them. You are an echo. They are echo. Sema tu ile kitu atasema yeye. Anataka kuskip us. Don't try anything new. When that communication came from ODM, signed by Dennis Onyango, I think, blaming Gachagua and Kalonzo. Gachagua should not have spoken. This is a sick man. It's like a leaked exam. By the time somebody, Raila has been going for treatment. All of us do.
Yes.
But when it has gotten where it was, why would you want to talk? And remember, or know this, if Gachagua had not responded to that press statement, he would have been in Yao Stadium today. They have nothing against it.
Do you think he wasn't there because...
Yes, because of that reaction.
Is there bitterness?
Yeah. Kalonzo ni bacteria. Ni virus. Hiyo tu, that reaction. If he was operating with a team of advisors and the people who share things with him, by that, these politicians, they are at State House and elsewhere by luck, fluke, na wengine na ukora kidogo, not intelligence. When you are so close to power like kina Gachagua, kina Mudavadi, kina Kalonzo, if you can take breakfast alone for a week, there's something wrong with you. You will not be president. You will never be president. Forget about it. I can tell them right off. If Gachagua takes breakfast from Monday to Friday, alone with his wife, and you will never be president. You take with the people who understand the politics. You have confidence. You review things and situations. When a letter like that comes, a communication like that, they tell you, we know this is how you are likely to react. Wachana nayo. Huyu mzaki kufa. Na umeongea hivi. This is over breakfast. It's not even a meeting. You review the past week. What happened yesterday? Events coming. That this meeting, don't go. For this reason. Your funeral, don't attend. In fact, this event which is coming 2 weeks from now, jipatie shughuli, enda America. That's the role of people who read the politics of the land and help you, guide you. But if you can finish 5 days, unakunywa tu chai na sijui na ndo umana nini na bibi yako ako hapo, and you want to be president of a country, you are kidding yourself. You never be. Never. So what Ruto, for example, just I finished. People like Chirichiri were never far away from Ruto. Never. You may call Farouk uneducated. But they were never far from there. Breakfast, when he's at home, dinner, they are reviewing and looking at things and previewing, anticipating situations and moves.
I'm getting you.
So our politicians are weak. They don't know the meaning of advisors. Kitu kitokea tap. Look, my very good friend Raila has been blamed on ICC so much. There was a time, I don't know, he was going outside the country and this ICC thing had just come. And I told people near him, I didn't get time to talk to him. The first thing you'll be asked will be about the ICC. The first thing he will be asked whenever he was going out or something, I can't remember. And sure enough. And the thing he said innocently was used against him. Back in Uhuru, Kenyatta and Ruto. So you need advisors around you. And that's why Gachagua made that blunder of reacting to something signed by Dennis Onyango. Why do you react to it?
What do you think he should do now to recover? Because he has been silent, people are just...
This can finish you. It can finish you completely. But now, it's not too late. He must now sit down with intelligent men and women. Not these choir singers. Si anasemanga soprano ni yes, sir.
Yes.
Na wale wako around him, are they also not yes, sir? How many men can speak when he's there? I went to see a presidential candidate day before yesterday. One of these presidential candidates. He invited me. I later wondered why he had called me even. Oh, we had talked when I was in the village on phone. And I mentioned something. He was very excited about it. Then he invited me. So when I went, I thought that thing we were going to, our chat will be around it. He was the one talking. That's look this way. Can you be president? You can't. You can't.
He invited you.
You want to hear yourself speaking? And if somebody speaks, must speak what you are thinking to confirm your thoughts. And you think you can be president of a country. Which country? Tell me which country. You have to be, Raila, let me tell you, I know these people who have been president or very close. I know them very well. Raila listens a lot. I want to still use the past. I'm not ready to use the past tense. I was on WhatsApp group, my very close friend, I buried 2-3 weeks ago, Habwe. It was disturbing me, the late WhatsApp group. It was difficult. So even with Raila, it's very difficult too. Raila had the capacity to listen. Another good example. There isn't a serious professor from Nyanza that Raila has not been having a one-on-one relationship over the years. To learn to listen. Raila always has advisors. You may think he doesn't listen because he may act contrary to what you have decided. I've been in a think tank. There's a year I was part of his think tank. I got to realize, David Indi, you may think because of the way he has acted, he has ignored. He has listened to your advice, but he has decided because of, and sometimes in the fullness of time, you realize he was right. Go to Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta, people thought he was just there jaded drinking. But he had a serious team behind him of serious thinkers and financiers. You think the Mount Kenya Foundation is a joke? Those billionaires. You think you can just become, you walk in the streets, after a week you become a billionaire? The Kinataita, Isibuis and the rest of those people. You think you can get to the level of Mount Kenya Foundation as a billionaire by just walking in the streets of Nairobi? You know stuff. And that was the engine behind Uhuru Kenyatta. Powerful Kikuyu billionaires. Capable of putting together teams and paying those teams. So when you see Uhuru just moving, he has a whole machinery behind him. I don't know that you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
Same for Kibaki. And including the one he set up, the economic recovery team, headed by people like Anyang' Nyong'o. What am I trying to say? You cannot go far in today's world unless you have a team of people. Because politics and election today is a science. So, you ask me what Gachagua can do? He has to change tact. He's very vulnerable. You cannot like it, you Raila peke yake knock down. Na hajasonga mbele. He will be deflated like a balloon.
Well, that is our conversation on politics. What next after Baba's passing as we continue to mourn him, the death of Raila Odinga. Thanks for tuning into this conversation. Have yourself a lovely rest of your day.